Union Cemetery, located in Easton, Connecticut, is one of the most haunted cemeteries in the United States. It has earned its eerie reputation due to countless reports of supernatural occurrences and sightings of ghostly figures. Among all the stories tied to the cemetery, none is more chilling or famous than the legend of the White Lady. The White Lady is a spectral figure often described as a woman in a flowing white gown. She is most frequently seen roaming the cemetery grounds at night or standing in the middle of nearby roads. Witnesses have described her as having long, dark hair, a pale, sorrowful face, and an otherworldly presence that chills the air. The origins of the White Lady remain a mystery. Some speculate that she was a young woman who met a tragic end, either through murder or suicide. Others believe she was a grieving mother searching for her lost child. Regardless of her true identity, her ghost is said to linger in the cemetery, bound by unfinished business. One of the most famous encounters with the White Lady occurred on a foggy night in the late 20th century. A truck driver traveling down the road near Union Cemetery suddenly saw a woman standing in the middle of the street. Dressed in a white gown, she appeared out of nowhere. The driver slammed on his brakes to avoid hitting her, but it was too late. His truck passed right through her. Terrified, he stopped his truck and got out, only to find no one there. The road was empty, and there were no signs of the woman he had just seen. Shaken, he continued his journey, but he later learned that many others had reported similar experiences near Union Cemetery. Paranormal investigators have studied the area extensively, capturing eerie photographs, strange audio recordings, and even fleeting glimpses of the White Lady. One investigator reported hearing a woman's voice whispering his name during a late-night visit to the cemetery. Another captured a faint, glowing figure on film, standing among the gravestones. Despite the warnings and the chilling stories, Union Cemetery remains a popular destination for ghost hunters and thrill seekers. Many visit in the hopes of encountering the White Lady themselves, though few leave without an unsettling story to tell. Hashtag the ghost of the Queen Mary. The RMS Queen Mary, now permanently docked in Long Beach, California, is a luxury ocean liner turned hotel with a long and haunted history. Built in the 1930s, the Queen Mary was one of the grandest ships of its time, hosting celebrities, royalty, and wealthy passengers. During World War II, it was converted into a troop ship, earning the nickname the Gray Ghost. Over the years, numerous deaths occurred on board, leaving behind a legacy of ghostly activity. One of the most haunted locations on the Queen Mary is the first-class swimming pool. Although the pool has been out of use for decades, visitors frequently report seeing ghostly figures in the area. The most famous of these spirits is Jackie, a little girl who is said to have drowned in the pool. Guests have heard her laughter echoing through the empty space, and some claim to have seen her apparition standing near the pool's edge. Others have noticed wet footprints leading away from the pool, even though no water is present. Another hotspot for paranormal activity is the engine room, where a young sailor was crushed to death by a watertight door during a drill. His spirit is said to linger near the door, and visitors often report hearing clanging noises and feeling an oppressive presence. Some have even claimed to see a shadowy figure dressed in a sailor's uniform. Room B340 is perhaps the most infamous part of the Queen Mary. This room has such a dark history that it was closed to guests for many years. Numerous reports of paranormal activity have been tied to this room, including violent knocking, disembodied voices, and even the sensation of being touched by unseen hands. One guest awoke to find the bathroom lights flickering on and off, and the covers of their bed being yanked off by an invisible force. The ship's long corridors and grand halls also seem to be teeming with spirits. Guests have reported seeing ghostly figures dressed in 1930s clothing, vanishing around corners or walking through walls. Others have heard the faint strains of music from empty ballrooms, or the sound of footsteps echoing behind them when no one is there. The Queen Mary offers ghost tours for those brave enough to explore its haunted decks. Paranormal investigators and skeptics alike have walked the ship's halls, capturing photos, audio recordings, and videos of unexplained phenomena. Despite its haunted reputation, the Queen Mary remains a popular destination, drawing both history enthusiasts and thrill seekers who hope to experience its ghostly legends firsthand.